Hello. I don't know how particularly long this video is gonna be, but I'm gonna unlock cosmic exploration. At least I think I am. Greetings and salutations, my good madame. I am called Namingway, and as for you, I suppose we shall see. For the moment, I am in need of directions. I have heard tell of other leopards roaming the city, long-eared, charmingly fuzzy like myself. Might you have seen any? Met a colony of them on the moon. No, you've met the entire fluffle. However, did you get up there? I see. So the people of Epirus have but recently secured a reliable means of transit to the moon. Why did I not hear about this sooner, if what you say is true? At long last, I can return home to my beloved Meritorium. Oh, happy day. You would not believe what I have endured on this star. It's been one ordeal after another. I first set out to study Aetherius over 100 years ago. Mine was a solitary mission, yet one of tremendous importance, and I had vowed to see it through. Alas, my surveyed pod suffered a bit of rocky landing, smashed to smithereens, and thus was I stranded on this star with no method of contacting my compatriots. But did I despair? No, I did my duty. I scoured every inch of this world, all on my lonesome, trusting that someday, somehow, I would make it home. It was not until recently, however, that the rumor of moonfolk descending upon this bastion of scholars reached my ears. I immediately stowed away on a vessel bound for old Charlington to investigate their veracity, and here we are. For so long, I have yearned to return home to Bessraceboro and reunite with my comrades. Please, will you teach me how to get to Meritorium? The Tower of Babel, you say? As I myself visited Garland World some few decades ago, I dare say I'll have no trouble finding my way there again. However, after 100 years away, I'm not sure what manner of welcome awaits me. Given your familiarity with my kin, perhaps you could serve as moral support. Okay, thank you. Unfortunate indeed to have crossed paths with someone so kind. Then without further ado, I shall meet you in Meritorium. Ooh, fancy quest accepted. Sometime later. Ooh, that certainly wasn't my idea of a relaxing climb. Your lot should really consider giving that old tower a fresh coat of paint, or at least removing some of its more sinister devices. Nevertheless, here I am. A few things may have changed in my absence, but no mistaking it. I've come home. And it seems the lights are on the burrow, shall we? This can't be him. Surely it's not him, is it? There's no mistaking that red garb. Yes, it is I, Namingway. I am ever so glad to see you all awake. Namingway? It is you. Where have you been for the past century? Searching way. I was surveying Aetheris as you ordered, but I'm afraid there were complications. Oh, that's cute. So the survey pod was destroyed. What a catastrophe. It certainly hindered my ability to travel. Regardless, my mission was a success, and I return to you now with this shocking revelation. The people of Aetheris, you see. Are tiny. Every last one. Tragic, isn't it? But we've been aware for some time, what with our regular encounters with Yo and her fellows. You might find this hard to believe, but the final days have been averted entirely. There's no need to evacuate Aetheris. Our job is done. Our what is what? You mean to tell me an entire century of hard work has come to naught? Don't lose heart, my friend. We leopards may no longer have a idle and given purpose, but we are free to discover new dreams of our own. Really? What's your new dream, searching way? My dream? My dream? Why, I have the greatest dream of all. I call it the Cosmic Exploration Initiative. Not bad for a novice, eh? Though naming was always your forte, not mine. It was you who suggested carrots of happiness, not to mention Best Ways Burrow, and that was before you got a full century of added insight under your belt. What if we found new purpose for all that you've learned? Imagine how many discoveries await us on other stars. They'll need names, you know. You want me to name your discoveries? Not for duty's sake, but simply for the joy of it? Why, I would be glad to. I can think of no nomenclature prospect more enticing. What about you, Yo? Won't you join us on the final frontier? Think of the strange new worlds just waiting to be explored. These are all jokes. Fantastic. Welcome aboard. I'll have Driving Way take you to our base of operations straight away. It's always nice to hear this song again. This dependable comrade in the dashing sunglasses is none other than the master of vehicular traversal. Driving Way. Phlegm in my throat. After more than 100 years on Ethereus, it's hard to believe I'll be exploring the stars next. What could be out there? The possibilities are infinite. I must pack more dictionaries. Looking for a ride on the Burrow's best rover? You and Namingway have joined the project. I'd like you to take them to the hub. You got it, boss. We'll be cruising across the craters in no time. Listen here. The base is a long way out. No Ethereite on account of the magnetic interference. So it's my way or the highway, got it? Safety first. We wouldn't want anyone to go flying off into the cosmos just yet. I'll take my own vehicle and meet you there. Keep your tails in your seats and all your paws inside the rover, 'cause it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Hop in. Welcome to Moongate Hub, home of the Cosmic Exploration Initiative. Whoa. So much to see, so much to name. Now that you're here, allow me to explain the course I've charted for this project. There's a lot of work to be done, but our first priority is the completion and maintenance of our base here. After that, the sky's the limit. Somewhat literally, as I discovered, an entirely new starship is required for our apparent mission, as apparently I'm not authorized to fly the whole moon off to Mother's knows where. I plan for our ventures to be only moderately death-defying, so it's vital that we have a dock for landing our craft and facilities for its maintenance as well. We also require specialized machinery for surveying and recovering materials, but you needn't worry. The work will be divided amongst all of us. Will it need it? Will it indeed? I wager it would take an army to handle all of that. Oh, we have plenty of volunteers. Lopper student facility, gleaners. None can resist the siren song of the unknown. And many paws do make light work. Our starship and facilities are already operational, though we are continuing to test our failsafes. For your part, you can begin by having a look around and familiarizing yourself with the Sinus Adorum naming way. If you see anything you don't recognize, your task is to think of a fitting name and report back. I'll ensure it's made official. An invigorating assignment if ever there was one. I do enjoy my carefully considered monikers entering the common parlance. Yo, I'd like to make full use of your artisanal skills. Naturally, for an operation of this scale, communication is paramount. Take the Exo tablet, standard issue for members of our initiative. It displays our team's progress and requisitions, updated in real time. We're also designing proprietary tools for crafting and gathering across the cosmos. I'll provide you with a prototype, but you'll need to speak with Researching Way for the details. And with that, I think I've gone on long enough. Assisting with my missions around the base will help you understand the initiative better than any explanation from me. So I bid you, go forth. Rest assured, I'll do my part. No novelty shall go unnamed on my watch. Nice. You have been issued an Exo tablet. You may review the latest project developments at any time within cosmic exploration areas. Take part in missions to further exploration of the sea, stars, and aid Searching Way and his crew in realizing their dream. I understand what I must do. Holy shit, this looks so involved. I'm gonna do this quest first. right back to do that second quest. Okay. How'd I work, yo? Had you had a chance to explore the premises? I guess this assumes that I've done work. I have not done work here. How wonderful to hear that you love your work so much. Your contributions will play an invaluable role in our future exploits. I have returned. I must say, the base has truly become a sight to behold. Hasn't it? We owe much to the people of Aetheris for their assistance. Indeed, and it warms my heart to see my kin working together with them. It's good to be back, and to have so many new curiosities to name. Come, yo, let me introduce you to my latest and greatest nomenclature. A marvelous idea. You two hop along by all means. Trust me, yo, naming way never disappoints. This advance necessary. Sounds like Nimue is already hard at work or designated being nominated. Go on, I'll be here when you return. Let us be on our way, yo. We'll start with the starship and from there to my most delightful discoveries. There's so much to cover, so let's not waste time. Yo, moon sprint is infinite and super fast. I can get down with that. Witness our starship, the very manifestation of our collective aspirations. They're diminutive in size and propulsion capacity compared to the Ragnarok. It is nevertheless heir to its legacy. Regatta collected during the journey in Ultima Thule was the basis for our crafter's ability to ride stellar currents at the speed of light. In anticipation of its future voyages across the cosmos, it shall be known as the Galactic Way. May it carry us into the unknown and beyond our wildest dreams. And now I say that we venture full afield. Pray accompany me to Gleam Slope. The outer edge by Gleam Rift will do. Are you familiar with the rainbow crystal in the center of the hub? Though it is slightly different from those in the burrow, I see no reason to change its appellation. It's simple, clear, and has the word rainbow. What's not to like? Anyway, such crystals regulate gravity and oxygen levels. allowing us to maintain ideal living environments for the people of Paris until they can be recalibrated for use on any star we come across. Left. That's fucking cool as shit. I'm surfing. Alright. Here in Sinus Dorm, magnetism disrupts any attempt to attune to ether currents. Our solution, a public propulsion system, the Cosmoliner. I admit that I was initially uneasy about hurtling through the sky on a tiny platform with few apparent safety features, but now I find it refreshing as a spring breeze. I run so fucking fast, it's cool. Have you heard about the tunnel they carved through this mountain? It was done entirely by machinery, no magics at all. A valuable experiment in anticipation of stars where ether is scarce. And just look at that luster. That's where I drew my inspiration for Glean's scope naturally. It may be a little more than a twinkle, but when we're out there traversing the cosmos, I do so hope we'll see it shining back at us. Our dream of reaching the stars beyond is what inspired this project to begin with, and the name Sinus Ardorium stands as testament to that longing. I rather resent that Garlean has become the standard for names of lunar features in my absence, but inconsistency would be even worse. There is so much more I could show you, but also for one last jaunt, to read Wedding Ways Bower. They're going the right way. Here we have the botanical gardens, where Weddingway is attempting to determine whether we can utilize the rainbow crystals to cultivate life on other stars. Fortunately for us, the experiments have resulted in a delightful array of crossbreeds. See for yourself. By all means, take your time. This garden is worth a look. Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel anything. Yeah. Looking at it now, I can scarcely believe this area once a barren waste. But I digress. Point out anything that catches your eye, and I shall be happy to expand upon the particulars. Long and blue with a flower on top reminds you of Luna Tender, does it not? Indeed, the resemblance is uncanny. Some say lunar tenders evolved from ethereal suburb tenders that adapted to the moon's environs. Excuse me. Perhaps these in turn evolved from lunar tenders. Unlike their alleged cousins, however, these are unmistakably flora, not fauna. I've named them the Sabrotended to mourn their lost anatomy. The sizable specimen on the cliff? Yes, you may recognize it from Living Waste Darlings in Meritorium. I'd call it a living puff. Fearsome though it may appear, I assure you it is entirely benign. When it senses an animal's approach, it lets out a puff of spores to say hello. Mind you, those spores are wont to hitch rides on unsuspecting and rather quick to germinate. Besides, I could have sworn Weddingway wasn't planning to plant any. Incredible, isn't it? That is no tree, but in fact a magnificent mushroom transported from Meritorium, and henceforth known as the Mycoplox. Inspired by hot summers of Aetheris, its name means fungal flame. When you gaze up at its gills, does it not bring to mind fireworks blooming in the night sky? With further refinement, perhaps we could even teach this species to pop and crackle like the namesake. What a sight it would be amid all these stars. The regolith that covers the moon's surface is made up of particles too fine for plants to lay roots. To combat this, we've been experimenting with an alchemical soil treatment. This improved soil is to be known as the remediated regolith. As you can see, it's already growing a layer of pink moss. For now, Weddingway's Bower is the only place to witness this botanical miracle, but should we succeed in fostering more types of plant growth, we may be able to grow entire farms on other stars. Believe it or not, that leafy-looking bush is a type of fungus known as turquoise shack. I'm told its peculiar glow activates in response to electromagnetic waves, effectively rendering those energies visible to the naked eye. Charlene researchers have even begun to debate the possibility of an information wavelength that exists beyond our ken, all because of this fungus. Fascinating. Have you had a good look, yo, or would you like some more time? Is that everything? Oh, that's everything. Okay. I came, I saw, I marveled. Wonderful. It has been a delight to show you our new varietals. When it comes to the process, observation is of vital importance, of course, but a well designed application can often establish cognitive links where physics appearance alone could not. Given a proper name, what was once nebulous moves into the light for all to see. A discovery named is a discovery shared. Gather awareness in turn invites greater awareness in turn invites research prompting further discoveries in other worlds. My nomenclature may one day change the world. And with each term I craft, I feel a spark of joy that reignites my passion all over again. Truly, I've never been gladder to call myself naming way. You know, when Searching Way first arrived, this region was merely an expanse of unknowns. Then you and I turned up, and now look at it. Every last ilm identified. Yet this is far from the final frontier. We must continue the initiative, that we might one day put a name to each and every star in the sky. Oh, how invigorating. Searching it way will surely want to share in our enthusiasm. Let us return to the hub. This is so cool. Okay. It's like a whole different game. Thank you ever so much for your company. I'm certain Searching Way will be interested to hear your observations. Had a nice look around, I hope. Isn't it all just fantastic? Word that you had joined us, Searching Way. We toured the places that I named and waxed philosophical about the virtues of sharing knowledge. All in all, a lovely time. Oh, you're speaking my language. Come to think of it, there's one more place you could visit if you're so inclined. You may have my attention. Shall we, yo? Here it is, my favorite vista. Why, we can see the entire hub from here. Precisely, whenever my motivation starts to wane, this sight reminds me of the dream we're chasing together. When the final days were averted, it was a joyous occasion, yet we Lockwarts had lost our purpose, and for some, the will to carry on. My role was to seek out a new star for us to call home, but it was decided that no Exodius would come to pass. While my hunger for worlds unknown and sights unseen remained, I feared that there was no meaning to be found in it. Yet, in Old Charlian, I learned that scholars at the studium had continued their research even under the threat of impending doom. Their desire to learn wasn't dampened by the possibility that it might come to naught. If the people of Aetheris can pursue knowledge without knowing where they'll end up, I thought, then why not me? Curiosity needs no justification. If my heart yearns for the great expanse, then so be it. To the stars I'll go. Remarkable how far that epiphany has taken you. Searching way. Look at all that your initiative has built. The Galactic Way awaits on its launch pad. Now we only need the coordinates of our first destination. When we're ready for liftoff, will you follow me to the stars? We're still calculating the exact coordinates for Galactic Way's voyage, but once our preparations are in place, I invite you to embark with us into the great unknown. Such a marvelous moon base. I can scarcely believe the magnitude of it, yet I know that far more awaits us beyond the furthest reaches of the stars. Hey you, if you want to ride to the borough, I've got a seat in the rover with your name on it. Okay, so this is how I get there. Beastways Borough. Got it. Okay. I'm gonna call the video there. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you in whatever the hell I'm doing next. Peace.